Hey, heroes, welcome back to another episode. Just something quick here today. This is potential spoilers, I suppose, for Wheel of Time and Wheel of Time on Prime, the TV show.
Yeah.
There have been some leaked photos, and this honestly is actually kind of like the first set leaks of something that's actually where we see a character on set that's any I mean they've kept this thing pretty close under wraps, so if you don't want to be spoiled for that, then I guess keep watching, turn the sound down so you can help us on YouTube. But
subscribe, like, stick around, but also don't watch.
Absolutely. So so you guys can certainly tune in for the next one. So and I'll show these on we'll show these on the screen here. We have Rand al'Thor on set looking good, and we've got him with a bow. We've got him kind of standing in front of some sort, looks like there's some fire behind him. We've got another one that is, people are saying, is this the Blight?
Right.
And you can kind of see that it looks like vines and stuff like that. So I guess let's start with the man himself, the Dragon Reborn. There's two kind of images here.
Hey, call it, the Lord Dragon. Call him who he is.
Yeah, call him what he is. Yeah. So people actually, there on the Reddit, some people posted a picture, said who wore it better, and they showed a picture of Rand in the books.
Yeah, right.
And Josh Stradowski, however you pronounce that.
Yeah.
Stradowski. As Rand here, and he's holding the bow. He's got the collared shirt, right? It's unbuttoned. You can tell it's maybe a little sweated through. The pants are kind of a little bit dirty. And it looks good, man. It's all I can say is I'm just like we can start to see a little bit of the world that they're crafting.
Yeah, can I say, I was talking to a friend today, actually, about these photos. She asked me if I had seen them, and I was like, yeah, have you seen them? And she was like, yeah, I saw the Dragon Reborn. I saw him. I've been looking at him ever, I'm like, you can't get it out of your mind, right? He's just, wow, he looks the part. He's awesome. He's epic. I mean, one of the things I'm seeing right here, right, is he's got the bow. And it looks like, remember, almost every time when he's learning to kind of, he's getting in this zone, right? And it's seeking the void. It looks like in that photo, he's possibly right in the beginning stages of seeking the void, finding the flame, and he's pouring everything into that and getting locked in. And he's got the long bow. It looks freaking fantastic, and there's some cool stuff around. I mean, it looks really, really, really good. Like all the weaponry and everything. I mean, his outfit, I think, is on point. It's good look. I mean, Rand's a good looking guy, I mean,
yeah. It looks good. Some people have said this is going to be towards the end of season 1, which again, maybe that's where they're at. They're filming right now, obviously. Yeah. Which most people think, and we've kind of said, is going to be the end of book 2. People are saying this is him in Voldara.
Yeah, they are saying that. And I don't, I am not sure. This is really interesting because I guess so. I'm just kind of wondering what he would be doing there, holding a bow, and when he was working on any of that. I mean, like you said, it seems like he's kind of sweated through. Was he working some of the forms with land beforehand, and he's just watching, or what's going on?
Right.
I don't know.
Right. Well, and to me, the telling sign of this is we know that the show got pushed on hiatus and they just started filming again, right?
Yeah.
And everybody, you can see people on set wearing masks. Now, when they were filming before, that was before COVID hit, so it would be unlikely that people would have been wearing masks, as crazy as it seems, 12 months ago, the entire world wasn't wearing masks. Right. I mean, then now we are. And so that to me is like, oh no, this is new. This is recent. And we knew they were filming the last 2 episodes. So, yeah, I mean, to me, it's, there's a lot of other, look at these big arrows around him. There's a lot of other weaponry around him. Looks really cool. And Then if you go to, there's another shot here where he's kind of standing there. It's like there's one where he looks like he's about ready to fire. There's another one where he's standing there and he's got kind of like this, oh, you know, like what's going on kind of look on his face. But people are really talking about this online because if you zoom in, and we can kind of zoom in here, there's a sword.
Yeah.
That is on a rack next to him, right?
Right.
And it looks, you know, like a katana. You know, it's got that kind of sharp point in the front. The backside is flat. It's a little, it'd be too hard to zoom in on it to really see if there's any sort of etching and engravings, but people are saying, is this the Heron Mark Blight?
Yeah. It's cool because it's got that kind of like coppery gold, like, I don't know if it's in its sheath or whatever, but it looks really
scabbard,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's just kind of hanging there on the side, right, behind the arrows. So if you get a chance to zoom in on that and take a good look, I think it definitely could be. And how cool is that to kind of see what that looks like and its grip, and I mean it's awesome. This is the sword that also in when going through Camelin, you know, we had the red cords, right? You had, you know, he's demonstrating he's one of the Queensmen and stuff. So I don't know. I mean, to start to see some of this stuff is just mind blowing for me to see what it may look like, and it's unreal. Is the only way to put it. I'm super freaking excited about it. Did you see? And not to jump around too much, but like you were talking about when this was all filmed. It looks like the first, and I follow the Daily Trolloc. We're looking at the Daily Trolloc Reddit, the Daily Trolloc on Instagram. Honestly, awesome resource, and we've gotten shout outs from him before, so this is cool. But the Clapboard, right? Looks like it's the first one. It was October 2nd, 2020, and I just came across that as I'm digging through some of these photos. So you're right on in that we got back together once they came back, and recently, beginning of October, it looks like that's when some of these images maybe were filmed and they were coming out. So just super recent, and it's as you say, it's right at the end of season 1. So, yeah. But I don't know.
Exactly, and it's awesome. Well, let's move on. Let's just real quick talk about the last one, the last kind of photo here. Teleron, Teleron Riot. Is this what this is? Is this the Blight? It's kind of a weird set photo. I think it's hard to tell exactly what it is that's going on here. You have this kind of looks like a bunch of tree roots. It's a set photo. Then they have a bunch of things that are on some sort of like scaffolding, and it's got pads on it. I'm almost like, is that boats? Are they going to be floating in water? That's kind of what it looks like. But, it looks like people maybe going to be sitting on those things. It's always hard to tell because everything is so green screen and digital, I think in Game of Thrones, it's like the Iron Throne is literally just a throne in this like entire green room. So it's like, how do you tell, what it is that's on the set. And so I think that's some of that here. But it certainly looks like, again, I mean, that all those roots and everything, it looks cool. Looks like, I mean, they're going to be building a very unique world here in this show, which I'm excited about.
People are kind of, everyone's really zooming in on this, and it's to the left. There's this stone kind of gateway, it's stair-stepped. It's off to the left. If you zoom in, you can kind of see it. And I was just thinking, what would be going into like the Blight or coming out of the Blight, is that what that is? Or are we talking like gateway / how the ways are kind of corrupted? Is it that we're seeing maybe some of the corruption on the outside of the ways or something? Is that a way gate? Right. Probably not. I mean, but like, it's just interesting that you've got those stone feature there. You know what I mean? And then the yellow tree just to the right of it is sticking out. Don't know exactly what that is. Is that meant to be there? I mean, it looks like it matches the other trees that are around that area. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. I again, it's gonna look cool. I just like, even looking at those little pillars that are like there. I like that they are not going, and not that Wheel of Time is necessarily medieval, because it's kind of its own unique time period. But I like that I feel like they're just incorporating a lot more, like, and I've said this before, like, to me that looks more kind of like when you think of like Chinese stoneworking and a kind of more like Eastern stoneworking, that's what that kind of looks like to me. And I just like that they're incorporating that. And I think it's going to be this well-crafted, unique world. Just comparing it to like, Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones, which is a little more just kind of like more what you think of like medieval. And so that, like, at least that to me is what just even those kind of pillars kind of just initially, reminds me of.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, gosh, dude, have you seen even the ones? I mean, what? Have you seen all of these? There are more. There are more.
There's a lot more. Yeah.
And probably, okay, so there's this one. It looks like they're down in this pit, this area. It's like a horseshoed out kind of thing. Let me send you a link as to if you go on Twitter.
All right, on the Takaran Riyadh.
Yeah, it's also there.
It's this Twitter account where these guys have been the ones really breaking, and I think they're another podcast as well. Yeah. So certainly shout out to them for getting some of this stuff posted. Yeah, no, I'm looking at theirs right now.
Yeah, and I just sent you I'm going to send you a direct message just with this because I mean on Twitter, I mean it's what they have. You also have like Rand and Egwene, and they say Egwene. Yeah, Egwene. It looks like possibly speaking to a director there on set.
Oh no! Oh wow! No, I didn't see these. Yeah, that is. I think that is Rand and Egwene. Right. Then there's the Rand one that we've seen. You got 4 here. There's the other one. Oh, and that is down in a pit. Yeah.
Yeah. What? I mean, that looks really, really neat to me. It's like
they built this probably just for this set.
Yeah, it looks like they just to get a better idea of where it's built into the ground, like like tunnels going off into the ground or something. I mean, it's pretty awesome, actually, like legit awesome. So yeah. So a few more photos for you guys to kind of check out there at the end, and he's just he's in his element down there. And is that Egwene or is that Nynaeve? I mean, with the braid.
Right, with the braid, yeah.
But like
Nynaeve, I don't know that. I don't know that Nynaeve is there, right? At that.
And again, unless they're moving stuff around or whatever. I mean, it's I don't know. Yeah, it probably could also be. Looks like Egwene. So I don't know. I want to know what folks think. I mean, it's exciting to get some of these images. We've been thinking about this stuff for a long time. We got the Wine Spring Inn teaser. We're getting bits and pieces of this. They're either they're about to be finished or they are finished kind of shooting stuff, and then they're going to go into post-production, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
I'm telling you, I'm so excited for this show. And just because, and even fans, people who listen to our podcast know, hey, this is my first read, but I've, Ez has told me about it over the years, and just diving into it, I'm like, yeah, this is just as good as everybody has described. Yeah. And I mean, just knowing what Amazon's going all out on this thing. So I think it's going to be, I mean, as people who run a Game of Thrones show, right? And Game of Thrones is certainly what have put us on the map, I guess, a little bit in terms of podcasts and stuff like that. I think it's going to be better.
Yeah, I know. Me too, actually, which is crazy to think about, crazy scary. Yeah. So, all right, friends. Well, that's it. Just a quick little, just a sneak peek, a little look inside there at what's happening on set. Some of these photos are pretty neat. Leave a comment down below. Let us know where you think that's at. What is that stone feature? Is that the Blight we're looking at? Is that Egwene? And then, really, how do you think, I think my big question is, where do you think season 1 is going to end up at? What's that big event that we're going to kind of land on? So I'd love to hear some comments down below. Read some of those. We can do a follow-up video to that later on. So
absolutely. All right, guys. Hey, with that, remember that the grave is no bar to our call.